You know what, guys? I'm not even surprised, really. I'm not shocked whatsoever. I figured something like this would happen. I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm pissed off right now. I mean, it doesn't show right now, but you can just tell I'm disappointed. I'm pissed off as well as my brother right here.
Right, and of course I'm not showing it right now. That's because I closed my fucking thumb on the car window, and it really fucking hurts right now. That's what I'm really pissed off about right now.
But like I said, I'm not shocked. I'm disappointed, but I saw this coming.
Simply put, and I have to agree. We kind of saw this coming. This was pretty much a trap game. Basically, simply put it, I mean, the Steelers beat themselves. This is our own fault.
Pittsburgh beat Pittsburgh. We didn't capitalize on big opportunities. We had several offensive freaking missed opportunities and mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go down the line. Starting from the beginning, Chris Boswell's a 48-yard field goal that was blocked.
It was a blocked field goal.
Then
That's what really started, the whole tone for the game.
Yeah, that set the tone for the game. It just continued to rain down upon us, man. Xavier Grimble, 23-yard gain. Easily and definitely should have been a touchdown, but he tried to be all Mr. Tough Guy and tried to bang his way into the end zone when all he had to do was juke and cut to the right and he would have been in. Or do some fucking jump trickery shit.
Yeah, but because of that, he fumbled before he crossed the end zone, and the ball went out of bounds in the end zone, resulting in a touchback and resulting in no points for Pittsburgh on that drive.
And that alone, those two plays alone left 10 points on the board, which definitely could have been a difference maker in the game. And then after that, it just continued to rain down on us, man. Defensive mishaps, defensive miscommunication, blown coverage.
No tackling whatsoever.
Missed tackles. Philip Lindsay had a phenomenal game. He torched us. Emmanuel Sanders had a pretty good game against us. I mean, wow. And then you had it was Juju Smith-Schuster and James Washington who had two wide open and two definite touchdowns that they dropped. I mean, the Juju one was definitely overthrown by Ben, but Washington, he completely dropped it. Those two plays were definitely 6 points, which definitely could have. We left so many points off the board, man. We had so many opportunities, so many times to put more points on the board to definitely beat the Broncos and definitely to prevent the game from being more close than what it actually was. And we failed. We
didn't take advantage of it. We didn't capitalize on a big opportunity, and that's what resulted in the loss right here.
Yeah.
To the Denver Broncos.
Chris Boswell's missed field goal, Xavier Grimble's fumble, James Conner's fumble, which was basically the dagger in the heart for us. Mm-hmm. The drops, the muff punts.
And Ben's two interceptions that he threw, especially the one at the end of the game.
Yeah, which I'm not even going to sit here and pretend to try to explain it because I don't even know what the hell that was.
I don't either.
And don't say that we should have ran it because there was a guy right there that would have stopped them for basically a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, they were expecting just about anything that Pittsburgh was going to throw at that defense. So they were ready for whatever was going to happen.
And I got to give massive credit to the Broncos defense on that play, man. That's why they're still a pretty good defense. I think it's so mediocre in times, but that's why they are still a pretty decent defense.
Mm-hmm.
And in Mile High City, in Denver, this was a pretty big win for them and a tough loss for us. But the way I see it, and I'm gonna look at the positives here, man.
And even though this loss hurts and it's very disappointing,
right.
I'm very upset about this loss as well as Danny.
And we're not gonna sugarcoat anything, but it's good to get this loss out of the way than a loss later in the season to a team like the Chargers or definitely the Patriots or the Saints. Or any other team down the road, the Raiders maybe.
Exactly.
It's great to get a loss. It was due. We were due for a loss. We really were.
I just don't understand why it came to a team like the Denver Broncos instead of a better team like maybe the Chargers or the Patriots or the Saints. But it is what it is, though.
Personally, you guys may disagree with me completely. I would much rather have a loss to the Broncos than to a higher team like the Patriots or the Chargers because that just hurts us.
I don't know how I feel about that though because this loss hurts us.
I'm thinking in terms of standings now. Losses to them are completely understandable. To the Broncos, it's almost embarrassing.
And that's what I'm saying right here. I don't get why our 6-game losing streak ends to a team like the Denver freaking Broncos, who haven't been shit all year, really.
But I'm looking at it from a an AFC standings standpoint, honestly.
And I get that.
I think a win against the Chargers and against the Patriots would definitely help us because coming in this game, we were the number 2 seed. Now, because of this loss, we're now the number 4 seed. That really fucking hurts. It really does.
It does.
And with Houston on a hot streak right now and facing Tennessee tomorrow, that's almost a guaranteed win. And they're going to remain the number 3 seed. And then if we lose to the Chargers tomorrow, we're going to fall as probably number 5th seed. So this loss really hurts. But if we can be able to beat the Chargers tomorrow, then we can definitely increase in that. But honestly, at this point, a first-round bye might be... It might as well be a fart in the wind. Disappear. Gone.
Really.
I'm not going to get my hopes up. I definitely think we can still be capable of getting a first-round bye, but it's going to be much harder now. With the Texans on a roll, with the Patriots obviously dominating towards the end of the year, with the Chiefs, one of the best teams in the league still. It's going to be harder now.
Yeah, it is.
Right. But outside of those mishaps, man, Juju Smith-Schuster had a phenomenal 97-yard touchdown from Ben, basically tying his career long and the Steelers' longest touchdown reception in Steelers history. It was basically deja vu from last year against the Lions. We also had Chris Boswell with a phenomenal fake and threw a touchdown to Alejandro Villanueva, which was a phenomenal fake, which definitely could have changed the momentum for the game. But as usual, Steelers got too conservative. We got too comfortable. We got too complacent.
And that's something that I cannot stand about this team whatsoever, because it's shit like that makes me wonder, like, how the hell are we going to be able to win a Super Bowl if we keep playing like that?
Yes.
We keep playing to very low, downgraded teams like this, because I can't see how anyone's going to take us seriously if we lose to teams like this. And this has been happening ever since Mike Tomlin's been our head coach, like I said several times. And this is the one thing that I do not like about Tomlin. He's always conservative, and he always thinks this is going to be a walk in the park, when in reality, we literally lose to them in shitty fashion.
Right.
And that's something I can't stand. I really
it's something
can't.
that, it's something that we are kind of used to, but at the same
and
time...
I am used to it too, but...
I'm not saying that in a good way, man.
It's shit like this that pisses us off, though.
Yeah, and the thing that really pisses us off most about it is that we expect it. We see this coming, And
when it happens, we even get more pissed off about it, because it's blatant freaking bullcrap.
And with how we lost today, with all the missed opportunities, man, we definitely got, we should have taken advantage of that completely. We didn't come to play today, man. And Broncos took full advantage of that, and I give them a ton of credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
They took advantage of us not coming to play, of us basically asking for the loss. We came into Denver asking for it, and they delivered it on a silver platter.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
This loss really hurts in terms of standings and in terms of, how we performed. We had so many mistakes, and it really hurts to see us, with the talent that we have, not take advantage of that shit.
Exactly.
We know we can perform better than this. I understand we tend to play down to inferior competition, and, but still, maybe we see a different team next week against the Chargers. I mean,
we better, since it's going to be in Heinz Field.
Right.
It's going to be at home. It's going to be Sunday Night Football, prime time. You know how the Steelers play in prime time.
Right.
We better see a different Pittsburgh Steelers than what we saw today.
Right. But, it's better to get this loss out of the way than later in the season. We were due for a loss with the 6-game winning streak. It's honestly, it's good to get this loss out of the way, and then we can continue on with a new streak, with a much better streak, and just gain upon that heading into the postseason.
And heading into the month of December, because the past couple of years we've played absolutely phenomenal in the month of December. So I think that it could really, benefit us for the rest of the season and really help us, try to get that first round bye that we could very well use. Right,
which is why, and I would never say that a loss is good, and I'm not saying that this loss is good, but this is why this loss is, I'm not going to say the loss is okay, because any loss is never good.
No, it's
not.
not.
But I'm saying that in terms of what you just said there, that loss is somewhat acceptable. Now, this performance from the Steelers was definitely not acceptable, but the loss in terms of what you just said and the fact that we can build off of this and head into where we perform best in December, this loss was kind of like the perfect setting, honestly. And
somewhat of a wake-up call if you really think about it.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to get out. This was the perfect wake-up call that we needed. Heading into the tough stretch of games against the Chargers and the Patriots and the Saints and the Raiders and then the Bengals again.
Yeah.
This was I wouldn't say it's a perfect loss, but this was a definite wake-up call heading into December and heading into that stretch of games, especially where we sit right now in the standings.
You're right.
So, but today was a pretty definite down performance. Defense did not look too good. I mean, defense looked okay, but there was a lot of blown coverage, a lot of missed tackles that definitely need changed. A lot of bad miscommunication, specifically, a lot of blown coverage.
If you think about it, it's the offense and the missed opportunities that really cost us
Yes,
this game.
it's mostly the offense. The defense definitely has their own part of the reason for the loss, but it's mostly the offense because of all the missed opportunities that we listed earlier in the video.
Exactly.
And most of it was, the drops, the missed opportunities, the big plays that we missed.
The overthrown passes by Ben. Connor's fumble, of course.
The turnovers, of course. The penalties. They really hurt.
They really did.
But like you said, this is a massive wake-up call. Honestly, this is the perfect time for a wake-up call like this.
Mm-hmm. Heading to the month of December into a long stretch of games.
Right.
It's something that, I figured we were eventually going to lose. I just don't get why it was to a team like the Broncos, but I think it was about time that we would get a wake-up call. And basically, yeah, I don't really have any more else to say about it.
Right.
We basically said whatever we did earlier on in the video, so yeah.
Right. Pretty poor performance by the Steelers today. Even if we won this game, we definitely didn't deserve it. Too many mistakes, too many flaws, too many negatives in this game. It's a very shameful performance, man.
It is.
But, let's just build off of this. This is a massive wake-up call for the Steelers. And the thing is, this tends to happen for the Steelers every year. And it's something that we are almost used to, but, a performance like this really hurts.
It does. It pisses us off.
It does. And I know we're not really showing it in the video, but, with some time to collect, we can kind of think of the positives, how it's a good time to get this loss out of the way so we can build off of this with a massive wake-up call and, shit like that.
Exactly.
But a very poor performance from the Steelers. Let's just build off of this. Let's definitely upgrade from this. Let's look at the film. Let's look at the tape, and let's get ready for a very powerful Chargers team next week, which should be a pretty interesting and very tough battle. It should be a pretty fun game.
Yeah, and Sunday Night Football, too.
And a very true test for the Steelers, man.
Absolutely.
So,
like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later. Peace!